welcome to part 7, I guess, of our dancing banana tutorial. So here we got our cartoon banana, as you can see. He turned out fairly okay-ish. So now, before we can UV map him, we need to do his gums and teeth, because he's gonna talk, maybe, if we want him to. So that's the next part. Maybe I'll get to UV mapping, I don't know, but I have it. I think it's better to split it. Split that up, just because it can get too much information either way, although it's all kind of a variation of a theme. So here we are, our teeth. Now, there's different ways to do it. Actually, normally when I do my characters for myself, I just use a cylinder and a bunch of cubes and join it all together. But there's a slightly nicer way to do it that is more, shall we say, correct. Well, they're both correct, but it's up to you how you want to do it. But I thought I'd show you this way because it's a little more fancy. So what I'm going to do is make a seam. So edge loop, mark seam. Oops. Select edge loop, mesh, edges, mark seam. And then I'm going to select all this, press P, and I'm going to separate it. And then I'm going to hide this. Now, this is what we want to work on. I'll put the apply snap cursor to selected. Oops, snap selected, whatever. Origin to geometry. There we go. See. Object, snap the cursor to the selected. There we go. So we're moving around that. So now we want to make gums and teeth. So I'm going to do it the slightly fancy way. Oh, there it is. Phew. Did I separate it? Okay. Phew. So before we go on, I'm going to move this up a little bit here. Move this back there. And the same with the bottom. Gonna move it up a little way or down, or however you want to say it. I'm making room, for lack of a better way to put it. Just making it a little more spacious inside his mouth. Okay, so there we are. Now I'm going to add a few more edge loops. I kind of ignore all my preachings at this point about vertex count. I actually probably make teeth and gums and mouth a little more vertex heavy than is probably a lot of people would, but I don't know why. I find it's an area where it's nicer if you do that. I don't know. Personal preference, I guess we can say. So I put in some edge loops. Now I'm going to make the gums a part of as you can see what I'm doing, I'm making the gums a part of the mouth here, like this. Just gonna extrude it a couple times down the Z axis. Extrude it once. Extrude it again. There we are. I might have to move that up, but we'll see. Now we'll do it again here. Extrude it on the Z-axis once, extrude it again. So that's it, basically. Now that I have this selected, I'm going to smooth it once, like that. Well, I'll do the top first, I guess. Now that I've got these loops selected, I'll just select this edge loop here, and these edges here, and make it slightly curvy. I don't know how to explain it. Scale it Z. Now, connected. See how that works. It's working with the mouth too much. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm shaping some gums a little bit. Okay, so that's the bottom gums. Now we'll do the top ones. Control plus plus plus, Control plus plus plus, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Just gonna smooth vertex once on this here. As soon as I decided I have all my vertexes selected, smooth it once. And then we'll start with this here. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scale it Z. I guess they're more or less. Scale X. These are the top ones. So those are our gums. Not much to gums really. I guess these could be a little bit. Try to hide the ends like that. I guess the lower ones can come up slightly, not too much, because we got to put teeth in. Okay, so those are our gums. I'll save this as, well, I already made a file. Teeth. This is the teeth section. Now, for now, we are going to join it all together afterwards. That's what we're going to do it. So for now, I'm going to add the cube in object mode, and we can work on our teeth separately. And then we join them all in afterwards. Select it all and join. I just find this is my preferred way. So there's a tooth. The tooths are usually just cubes. Just kind of scale them on the line. See, they're very simple, but they add a lot to a character. Scale at X. Too big still. We'll find out in a second. There's a tooth. It's gonna look like that. Like we don't want it to say what's going on there. Like that kind of. So anyways, that's our tooth. Now we're just gonna add a few loops to it. One on the side. Okay, so idea here. Teeth are kind of narrower at the top. Scale it down. Soft. No. And then select these edges up here. Scale a little bit. Select this one here. Down. Scale it X. Teeth are like you make them the same way pretty much every time. A little bit kind of foofy on the front. Slanted outward, select edge loop. Scale it this way a bit. Smooth. Doesn't need to be much more complicated than that. Now we just need to get it the right size. It's almost the right size. There's our teeth. Let's scale it on the x-axis. Front ones are usually a bit bigger. Shift D, we'll make 2 of them on the front. I go by my teeth. I have really big front teeth. Great for cartoon characters. There we go. And they get smaller. Shift D. Scale it on the X. Scale it down a little bit shorter. Shift D. Move it up a little bit. A little more buck teeth, I guess. I don't know. Shift D. Oops. Shift D. Try that again. 1. Shift D. 2. Scale it. Get rid of that one since I want them to be the same-ish size. Okay, so I'm going to crowd the front ones together a little bit. Like that. So there you go. Teeth are a little more. There's not much to them, but if you do them right, it kind of makes a big difference if they're talking. Shift D. How many more teeth does our banana need? Not many. I'm not gonna go the whole way with this guy. He's gonna kind of have a, I might make a couple in the back just to be a bit different, but Shift D. Not too many. Shift D. Shift D. So there you go. Oops. Shift D. A little bit on the vertex heavy size. One tooth is, how much is one tooth? 26 faces. So there he is. Don't need to go much farther really. I'll do something a bit weird. Shift D. Shift D. I have a funny little smile. So there we go. I'm going to take all these. Oh wait, I'm going to move one. Shift D, move one up. And I'm going to join this together here. Join it. Shift D. X mirror and Z. Global. And again, let's take we go here, mirror Z global. Here, Z global. Shit. This is my left-handedness getting the better of me. There we go. Okay, so I'm still gonna have to space it. Maybe not. I'm gonna space them a little bit better. This is our top ones. Edit mode. Top teeth go in front of the back teeth in a normal person, so we'll go by that. Okay. Object. There we go. Now I just need to fix my gums a little bit on them because they're not quite where I want them. Move this back a bit. And even a bit down. Connected. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Edit mode. Okay, so these are our back teeth. We kind of, I don't know, teeth normally sort of tapers a little bit. So what we're gonna do, plus, is move these a little bit because they kind of interlock like a puzzle. So the bottom teeth, I'm going to make them a little more even in size at these middle ones here. Scale it Z axis down. There we go. And I'm going to move them a bit so they interlock better. See with the other teeth. Because otherwise you can't close your mouth. Scale it down. Scale it down. So obviously our teeth don't go around like they do in a real person. I'm more concerned about what they see in the front. If he smiles, we're not gonna get all his teeth in anyways. Shift, duplicate that. Oops. Now Shift D. There we go. More teeth on the bottom. Shift D. I'm going to do that again. Oops. Shift D. Just for the heck of it. To be a little bit different. Shift D. There. So there he is. It's a funny little, but it is a banana after all. I mean, I'm going to move this to another layer. What do you want? I'm going to scale these on the x-axis a little bit. And I'm going to... There, that's about right. Okay, so there's our mouth. While I'm here, I'm gonna add all these, geesh, I don't know what these are. Anyhow, this is new. This is a new part of the library. We'll ignore that. I'm gonna call this teeth. Now, when I UV map this, it's going to be all on one surface, but for now, I'm going to do it this way. Teeth, and call this mouth. I'm color coding it because I like to. Alt H. And I'm going to call this body. Make my teeth a different color because it's perky. Green teeth. Anyhow, so there we are. We've got that. I'm going to save it. Now, before I go any farther, I'm going to make yet another copy. Shift D. And I'm going to move it to a layer here. And then I'm going to take all this here. All that giant mess. That's on 3 different materials right now. And we're going to join it. Join. So now there shouldn't be any problem with us having done too much with the vertexes here. I'm just gonna, no, Control Z. Sometimes you can get this to work by removing doubles. There we go. Now, hopefully this is properly joined. Yes, it is. If you don't move anything, that works. If you do move something, it doesn't work. So there you go. He now is ready for UV mapping, which will be the next part. Because teeth and mouth are kind of a specialty, I guess. So there we are, cartoon banana, got some materials. He's eventually going to have one material for the entire thing. And then after we have him UV mapped, we can start making visimimis, mouth movements, facial movements, and put his skeleton on and weight it, and then we can move the whole dang thing into iclone. So see you next time. Bye for now.